Midwinter in the Arctic, the Russian tanker Render carves its way towards the remote Alaskan port of Nome. Not long ago, this voyage, made in January this year, would have been impossible. The warming climate means thinner ice. More and more vessels are plying these routes year-round. Many of them are involved in the search for oil and gas. The US Geological Survey estimates there are 26 billion barrels of recoverable oil beneath the United States Arctic waters alone. Oil giants, including state-owned Russian firm Rosneft and Royal Dutch Shell, have already spent billions of dollars prospecting for hydrocarbons. But Gleda Lahn from the Policy Institute Chatham House says climate change can create problems as well as opportunities.
With the warming temperatures in the Arctic, you've got the frequency of ice breaking off. That speeds up, and so you perhaps have more icebergs in the way of operations. The other problem is increasing severity of storms, and as the ice retreats from the coastlines, there's more chance of larger waves leading to coastal erosion and perhaps damaging some of the infrastructure.
Shell plans to drill exploratory wells.
Shell recently halted its exploration activities in the Arctic until after the coming winter, citing the failure of a key piece of safety equipment. Safety will be the key to any successful oil exploration in the Arctic, says analyst Gleda Lahn.
It's been more difficult in the US and Canada. The memories of Deepwater Horizon and even before that Exxon Valdez are still fresh in people's minds, and so there's been a lot more public scrutiny of the company's spill response plans, for instance.
VOA did approach Shell for an interview, but the company said no one was available. After political problems appeared to have derailed the deal, it appears a joint venture between Rosneft and BP to drill in the Arctic could be back on. But not all oil giants are joining the rush. The CEO of the French firm Total recently said a leak would do too much damage to the image of the company. In August, activists from the environmental group Greenpeace chained themselves to a Russian ship working from Gazprom's Prirazlomnaya rig in the Barents Sea. Greenpeace Executive Director Kumi Naidu.
This is a peaceful attempt by us as Greenpeace to try to bring some sanity and some urgency to get Gazprom and Shell and other companies that are thinking about drilling in the Arctic to stop, to reconsider and understand the consequences of that action that will destroy our children and grandchildren's future, which is what is at stake here.
Scientists warn a big oil spill in the Arctic would remain for decades in a kind of ice and oil sandwich. Nevertheless, oil companies like Shell say it will be necessary in the coming decades to look at unconventional resources such as the Arctic. Environmental campaigners say that in such a pristine environment, the risks are simply too high. Henry Ridgwell for VOA News, London.